Hi, everybody. One film that we reviewed in 2023 was Space Jam: A New Legacy. Another film that we reviewed in 2023, Dark Tower and Space Jam: A New Legacy. Another film that we reviewed in 2023, Fat Beach, Dark Tower, and Space Jam: A New Legacy. One film that we reviewed in 2023, Curse of the Cannibal Confederates, Fat Beach, Dark Tower, and Space Jam: A New Legacy. Another film that we reviewed in 2023, Blades, Curse of the Cannibal Confederates, Fat Beach, Dark Tower, and Space Jam: A New Legacy. Another film that we reviewed in 2023, Ator 4, Blades, Curse of the Cannibal Confederates, Fat Beach, Dark Tower, and Space Jam: A New Legacy. Another film that we reviewed in 2023, Dark Crystal, Ator 4, and Blades, Curse of the Cannibal Confederates, Fat Beach, Dark Tower, and Space Jam: A New Legacy. Another film that we reviewed in 2023, Robo Vampire 2, Dark Crystal, Ator 4, the film called Blades, Curse of the Cannibal Confederates, Fat Beach, Dark Tower, and Space Jam: A New Legacy. Another film that we reviewed in 2023, Groundhog's Day, Robo Vampire 2, Dark Crystal, Ator 4, Jaws parody, Blades, Curse of the Cannibal Confederates, Fat Beach, Dark Tower, and Space Jam: A New Legacy. Another film that we reviewed in 2023, Cats and Peachtopia, Groundhog's Day, Robo Vampire 2, Dark Crystal, Ator 4, Quest for the Mighty Sword. That film called Blades, Curse of the Cannibal Confederates, Fat Beach, Dark Tower, and Space Jam: That Piece of... Anyway... Another film that we reviewed in 2023, Alien from LA, Cats and Peachtopia, Groundhog's Day, Robo Vampire 2, Dark Crystal, Ator 4. That film called Blades, Curse of the Cannibal Confederates, Fat Beach, Dark Tower, and Space Jam: A New Legacy. Another thing that we reviewed in 2023, A Furry Little Christmas, Alien from LA, Cats and Peachtopia, Groundhog's Day, Robo Vampire 2, Dark Crystal, Troll 3, That Film, Trauma's Blades, Curse of the Cannibal Confederates, Fat Beach, Dark Tower, and that piece of junk Space Jam: A New Legacy. Now on with the review. It's real snow out here, folks. You know, what would have made this movie critically praised is if it had Tina Fey and Amy Poehler just ad-libbing for another 30 minutes.
No, Justin.
And flirting about a dude's butt. That's what smart comedy is like. Anyway.
Can't we talk about something clean? Like this movie?
Well, I'm just talking about the movie.
Instead of bringing up other junk?
I'm talking about the movie we saw last week. I'm giving continuity.
No, that isn't continuity.
Yeah,
That's
it is.
Just bringing up junk from last week.
Okay.
Anyway, let's move
Say
forward.
hello to my little friend. That was Bob Moynihan when he was on drugs.
Okay, which movie are you talking about? Because I'm ready to
Fine,
leave.
we'll talk about this movie. And the title is? She's Kinda Sick, people. We're sorry. we're talking about? What's the name of the movie?
Something Furry Little Christmas.
A Furry Little Christmas.
That's what I said.
Directed by someone named Dylan Fox and starring Christy Murdoch, Jonathan Stoddard, Pono Say, Michael Swan, and a bunch of other people I've never
Whew.
heard of. You picked this movie. Why don't you talk about the plot and the story and whatever?
Okay, so what it was is a very well established veterinarian in the middle of New York City who was going home for Christmas to see her father, who is a vet in the country in Vermont. And so they get on a train, and
You forgot about Milo.
Milo is her son.
Not
She's
not Yiannopoulos.
the what? I don't know.
The less you know, the better.
Oh, okay, whatever. So they get on a train, they go see Grandpa, they stay with him, and I think the first night he gets a call that a heifer was having a baby
Mm-hmm.
and wanted to know if she wanted to go or if he wanted to go or whatever. And so she put on his jumpsuit, which was a little bit big.
Mm-hmm.
So she put on her pink jumpsuit and went out there and then kept talking herself in it,
Made
out
her
of it, in it, out of it.
made her look like JJ on very snowy days to school.
Oh, sorry, people. I'm very tired.
Keep going.
So then she wanted to go to the store because her father said that they got rid of all the Christmas decorations and everything in the house.
Years ago, yeah.
So she wanted to pick up some things to help save Christmas and do decorations in his house.
Which included
Frosted Flakes,
frosted.
I think.
Why?
I don't know.
People, if you
Maybe
use
she was going to make crunchy snow or something.
people,
I thought she would pick up construction paper that they could make chains. She picked up popcorn so
yeah,
they
for
could
popcorn
thread.
strings.
Yeah.
People, if you know what the Frosted Flakes thing is about, comment below, unless it's product placement. You complained that I talked at the beginning, so keep talking.
Well, you were talking about something that didn't even refer to this movie.
Just keep talking. This is my Christmas present to her. She has to do most of this review by herself.
Well, you could have said that. Okay. Anyway, so she's in this little like convenience store or whatever, and she wanted to grab a bag of Frosted Flakes cereal,
A box.
generic, no name brand, and she bumps into this guy who happens to be the doctor in this small town in Vermont.
Human doctor.
Yeah, human doctor, because her and her dad are vets.
Turns out they went to the same college, and they are from they were both from here. They both lived in New York. They both live in New York. Lived in New York City.
No, she was from Vermont and moved to the city after her husband died, and then he was from the city, moved to Vermont. So he paid off his college tuition by going to a place that was lower income or whatever, and that would pay off his debt. He loves Dad. Oh, yeah, that doesn't look weird at all. Ooh, okay. Trying to put a little Christmassy stuff here. You're gonna hook a candy cane to my neck. Okay. So anyway, she comes home.
You can breathe, right?
Yes, I can.
I'm not putting
She
you in
comes
abuse.
home and they chop down a tree.
Kind of looks like you're wearing an elf hat.
Yeah. Cut down a tree and they were decorating it. So he did find the
Sorry.
decorations and everything still in the garage attic. So that was
Hmm.
good for him.
And then, uh, oh, well, there's something about a dog Banjo.
Right. There was going to be an adopt a pet thingy for Christmas in the town square, and so he needed to go give Clydesdales their shot.
Clydesdales.
Yeah, their shots, the big horses, or do that. So he asked her
The
for
beer
help,
horses.
and she said she would go into town with the adopt a pet or adopt animals, and he was going to take Milo, her son, to go see the Clydesdales because he had never seen Clydesdales, um, only in pictures. So, come here, little guy. In pictures, so that's where they went. He won't stay.
You should name the elf should be named Andy. You know why?
Why?
Elf A on a K.
So why would it be Andy?
Because that's a word that starts with the letter A.
Oh,
Or a name that starts with the letter A.
and K. Yeah, Andy. Okay.
Keep going.
Anyway, so she goes into town, and it happens to be by his practice, the doctor that she met. So she was looking at all these dogs and everything, and there were some puppies there, German Shepherd or Golden Retriever puppies.
Yeah, but
And then this one she fell in love with, kind of, was Banjo.
it was like a black dog.
No, he was curly. He was like an
Poodle.
oversized poodle. Yeah, sort of. I don't know
Where's Phyllis
exactly.
Diller?
Okay.
Did you think I wasn't gonna reference that?
Ah, you were waiting for me to say poodle. Don't say it again. Please don't.
I agree that movie was terrible.
Okay.
So the guy Josh, um, he calls because he calls her because
Well, he calls her
there's an
dad.
issue there's an issue regarding Banjo. Turns out Banjo ate a lot of sugar.
Yep. Got into the frosting or icing.
Hmm.
He was making things for the uh, jelly roll type sponge cake with cream
I've got an idea.
for. Oh, come on.
That looks perfect on you.
Not really. Okay. So he was making jelly rolls, and they were trying to figure out. And then she saw that there was a bowl of frosting or icing on the floor, and paw prints by it. So they gathered that Banjo ate frosting.
Hmm.
So then the storm was coming in, and he asked if she would make. Really, you don't have to.
I want to badly.
I know you keep saying that, but it's really annoying.
Okay, fine then. Let go.
You let go. Folks, this is really annoying me.
There you go.
Okay. Okay.
Unless you'd
So
rather wear.
then,
You know what? How about you wear this hat?
no. So then she helped him out making different stuff for cookies and stuff
For a party.
for the party, right? Okay. So then she does what? Something else with an animal or whatever, and then he invites them to the Nutcracker.
Yeah, there's a goat, right?
Yeah, but that was later. He's trying to make her realize that she could have what Christmas in New York was here. So she went to the Nutcracker. She went ice skating at Rockefeller Center.
Well, yeah, okay.
She went to
Miracle on 34th Street.
see Miracle on 34th Street, Santa at Macy's, and stuff.
Lighting of the tree, I think.
Yeah, maybe. I don't
I think they
remember.
said that, or maybe that was another movie.
Oh, maybe.
maybe that maybe that was a
I'm
movie that we're
tired.
maybe that's a movie we're gonna see next week.
What? Lighting of the Christmas tree?
Yeah, we're gonna see a movie that might involve that next week.
Oh, might involve Santa Claus.
Yeah,
Hmm. Okay.
and Martians.
Martians. Oh, yay. Wow.
Either that or
Ooh.
an ice cream bunny.
Mm, ice cream.
Anyway,
Not right now.
continue.
Okay, so they go to see the Nutcracker, and this Nutcracker is not a ballet, and it involves children from the audience.
Yeah, they get the kid Milo, who's named after
I forgot. Somebody in a movie.
no, from a book, I think.
Oh, okay.
Uh Talk.
Talk, 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 talk. So anyway, they
The Phantom Toll Booth.
okay. He was a scary
Mouse.
mouse, okay? And then he met what was the little girl's name in the movie?
Uh Alice?
No. Vanessa something.
Virginia?
I don't remember. Maybe it was. I thought it was
Vivian?
Vivian. Vivian.
We're looking at IMDb because, well, we watched another movie after this. We're not reviewing it. It was, what was the name of that movie? It was, Christmas
The
in the Lodge
Lodge.
or
Yeah.
something. Something like that. A Save the
I
Rec
don't think it
Center
was
like movie.
Christmas. It was
Yeah, it was.
Love at the Lodge or something.
Pretty sure it had to do. Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
Saving the Lodge. Whatever.
Save the Rec Center. That's from Breakin'.
Okay. Okay. So then Milo made friends with Vivian, and then
A lady thought that Scarlett and Josh were a couple.
right, but they were just friends, and
Yeah.
then she kind of messed up talking about what their relationship was, and then Milo was like, "Yes, Vivian and I are friends. I love her," and all this, and then Scarlett is looking at him and saying, "I never said anything about love."
And then they go skating, right?
Roller
Or,
skating.
yeah. Previously, they had seen the movie with Parmesan popcorn.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably can't do that. Well, I've had cheese popcorn, so I can't imagine it's too much different.
Yeah, and plus he said the Parmesan was mixed with the water.
And butter.
I mean, with the butter, not water. Yeah, yeah, it was different. So did they pop it with the water and butter? I don't know. And he also had red licorice
Mm-hmm.
because he liked candy better.
And he was playing it on like a
Really old fashioned.
35 mil. No, 16 millimeter maybe?
I don't know.
16
It
or
was.
35.
I don't remember ever seeing a projector like that.
Well, by the time you were born, projectors were kind of going out of fashion in homes and theaters.
No, you still have a movie projector in a theater, don't you?
I don't think so. I think you mainly just have a press play, usually.
In a movie theater?
I don't know, maybe.
Hmm. Maybe you have to check that out.
Nah.
So they really had fun. So then Josh invited them over for cookies and to help Santa Claus pass
You're
out
forgetting.
presents.
Wait, was that before she went She went
Yes,
skating?
yes,
That was before or after?
before ice skating,
Okay.
because roller skating. Roller skating was one of the last. That was like
Go
Christmas Eve.
chronologically.
That was like Christmas Eve. So now he has cookies that he's passing out, and
Dressed as
has
Santa.
yes, and has Vivian and Milo helping with the presents and the cookies. So they really had fun doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So now he invites her after Milo goes to bed for Christmas Eve. He had a surprise for her. So he takes her out and they go roller skating for a little bit.
But she has tiny Cinderella feet.
Yeah, well, he had roller skates for her.
That's a line from the movie, people.
And she's like, weren't
Not
those heavy? And
not
he's
feet
like,
shaming.
yes, yes, those were heavy.
I'm not foot shaming people.
So then he's talking to her and they're having fun. They're skating around. It's supposed to be like ice skating at Rockefeller Center with all the lights and everything.
Hmm.
And
But she's not a good skater.
no.
She's
And
also not a good cook. She kind of reminded me of Lorelai in a few scenes.
ah, from Gilmore Girls.
Yeah, cause I asked JJ uh if they have a fridge, why do they got to eat so much? And she was like, they're bad cooks.
Mm, okay.
And then he drops a bad bombshell.
Yes. He wanted to get to know her better.
There was more to it than that.
And they can't do that very well with 300 miles in
I thought it
between
was
them.
7. I thought they said 700
I thought
miles.
300 from New York to Vermont.
500. Let's make it even.
Okay. Maybe it was 3 hours or whatever. I don't know. So then she gets
Very
defensive.
upset,
Yes,
making it seem like her job isn't as important as his job.
right. And then that's when.
And then they take care of, and then they heal a goat.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell if it was an animatronic
No,
or.
I don't think it was an animatronic.
So that was real?
Yeah.
Ooh.
So when she picked it up, he moved his head and stuff, but he didn't move his head much before. So the goat had gotten cut by something.
And needed like stitches.
Right.
We don't see it, but whew, it's painful.
Yeah.
Keep going.
So then it's Christmas morning. Well, Christmas Eve, she's still talking to her dad after she comes in. And he's like, well, it didn't go well, did it? And she said, no, I made a good life for myself in New York. And I don't want anybody to tell me what to do and everything.
And
And
plus,
she
what about
thought,
Milo?
yeah, she thought Milo was a New Yorker now. So she goes in to say goodnight to Milo, and then he's hoping that Josh will be at Christmas morning with them. And she's like, yes, I'd like that too. You can't really tell. She was like, you know, I like New York, but then at one moment you're getting the feel that she's going to stay in Vermont, and then you get the feel that she doesn't want anybody to tell her what to do. So then she's going to go to back to New York.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of mixed up what's going on. I don't know. You want to tell the ending?
I don't remember the ending. Besides what you can probably guess happens.
Well, she needed a gift for Milo, and
Milo
so
needed a gift for her.
yeah. So then Milo made that gift, the frame with Grandpa.
He told Grandpa he didn't have a gift, so he needed
Yeah,
to
they
get
made
her
a
something, and
frame.
then said, is there like a 24-hour drugstore or gift
Right, and
store?
he said we don't have that, so that's
Mm-hmm.
where they made the frame.
Yeah.
That was on the desk that she saw.
Mm-hmm.
So she goes up to Milo, and then Milo is like, he doesn't want vacation to end. He wouldn't mind staying there, and that he wanted Josh to be at
Christmas.
Christmas. And she said, well, I'd like that too. So then she took the truck and she was going to go into town to try and get him a gift. And she comes back with a kitten.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's coming back in the
Cute
driveway
kitties
and
over there.
Josh is there. So then Josh comes in and she gives him the kitten. Well, did she give him the kitten before she announced her gift?
I don't remember.
Okay, so her gift was she was gonna stay in Vermont.
Mm-hmm.
And then Josh is like, well, since I met your family, you want to meet mine? And she's like, okay. And he goes, well, we have a small party in the middle of the city. And she goes, okay, where? And he said, Central Park, New York City. And she's like, oh, I know where that is. I've been there. So it kind of end, they're kissing, and then they're all opening presents, and the kitten, and everything else. So that's about it. Happily ever after, I guess.
I think I can guess. Would you recommend this movie?
I thought it was good, but we saw it on Freebie
Mm-hmm.
because we don't have Prime Video Prime. We're not paying the extra to have without commercials. So sometimes it was annoying. The commercial was a minute 30. Sometimes it was,
2.5 minutes
and
maybe.
then sometimes it was like 15 seconds. It
And then other
was,
times when you paused it, when you press play, you'd have to watch
yeah,
another commercial.
yeah, it would take you back a little bit in the movie, a moment back in the movie, and then you got almost the same commercials, I
Mm-hmm.
think. So, but you know what? I like happy ending Christmas stories. So
I
it
enjoyed
was
it
good for
too.
me.
It wasn't super funny, but that's probably not its intention.
Yeah.
Speaking of not being funny, except it probably was the intention,
Our next film,
you know what?
our next movie.
You know what? I saved my voice this week so I could be well rested for the review
Next week, our next.
next week.
Uh-oh, folks.
And guess what? Even though it's Christmas,
No holds barred.
I ain't pulling punches.
Oh, really?
See you next week.
Okay, bye-bye. Bye. Bye.